easiest way to create a habit or to bring a habit into consistency is to implement it into the things that we do most. If we want to integrate mindfulness into all aspects of our lives, integrate it into motion, mindfulness in motion.
In essence, mindfulness in motion is exploring what I feel is the formula for peace and happiness in my day-to-day life. And so often we tend to separate mindfulness from motion. So we say we don't have time, I've got things to do. And what we look at is integrating mindfulness, so we might even say spirituality, into my doing, no longer separating. And the first piece that this looks at is this idea of the inner alignment that's needed to sustain outer peace. This is a formula we see in the body. So there is an ideal postural alignment for the body, which is pain-free if it can be maintained while I sit and act and move around. So I want to maintain this inner postural alignment as I come into physical movement. And then there's no pain in the body. The body is at peace. The same applies for every level of well-being, from the physical, the mental, emotional, to ultimately the spiritual. There's an alignment, an ideal alignment that supports pain-free expression or peaceful, happy expression. So we cut right to the chase in mindfulness and motion and look at that spiritual alignment, having a very deep, authentic experience of myself as a spiritual being. And what that means, what that translates into, is a very deep sense of self-respect, a very deep sense of personal dignity, a sense of my own value, which is completely independent of anything outside.
These two things can very naturally come together in a way that, we don't have to make separate time for one or the other, but we can actually integrate them. And this is important because the spiritual and the physical, what we do in a meditation practice, what we do in a physical practice, are actually happening together all the time. At every moment, there is the being that is making the body move. And as the state of the being, as the wellness of the being, so will be the way that being moves their body. And so if we really want to elevate, if you will, or naturally care for and bring our body into a really good state, it's really important that the being is also very well taken care of. Because as I am, so I will impact the body. And we know that what's happening in the body very much has a big influence on how we are experiencing, how we are feeling. And so to be able to put them together and integrate them is also incredibly efficient. We only have so much time. And, our lives can become increasingly busier and busier. And so this is going to be, I think, an opportunity to find out tools and ways that we can very naturally integrate a more of a meditative element and a physical element into our everyday life.